Hey YouTube, this is Nathan with the Team Hall bringing you a deck profile today. This is my Blasting the Ruins deck, or the, I guess you can call it OTK burn or FDK burn. Start off by saying, of course, this is a touch yourself deck, and people get kind of pissy about touch yourself decks. I don't understand why. I mean, it's just as fair as 6-Sam Lockdown or Windups. I mean, all the decks that are out there that are good, people complain about. So if you're going to complain about this, be my guest. But fun deck to run nonetheless, and let's show you what we run. Run the triple library. What's not to say about this card? Holy cow, broken if you're running a spell heavy deck. Each time your opponent or you activates a spell card, place a counter, 3 counters, you blow them up, 2, draw 1, and the card stays on the field so you can keep doing it. Saying in a search, anything, he's beat up, but search anything in the deck, not like you need to, you just beat a search your library. So that's the main monsters of the deck, and then here are tech monsters. I run the triple Bubble Man. Get off a few cool plays with. Get off a few cool plays with Bubble Man. Of course, he works well with when your hand's low and you have no cards on the field, which sometimes happens. You special summon Bubble Man, get 2 draws, and the deck is well drawing, so it's wonderful. Of course, he's also good because if you have no cards in your hand, you can special summon him, and with Library on the field, you can special summon Bubble Man and overlay into Utopia, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And then, of course, Stratos to search in case you have dead draws, like extremely dead draws, but very infrequent in this deck. Okay, and then the tech spells for this deck, the 1 Reinforcements and the 1 E. Now, a lot of people, this is an interesting engine. I don't know if somebody else made it up, but I put it together and didn't look it up online. Using Bubble Man, Stratos, E, and Reinforcements to use up your spell counters on Library and thin the deck. Kind of similar to Thunder Dragon and Toon Table of Contents, except this is the budget version. It works well. Bubble Man is nice, as I said, for the free special, so you might want to try it out, but that's what I recommend. I would run 3E, but it clogs, and trust me, it clogs. 2 Tremendous Fire in case your opponent pops your back row or something when you're trying to set up Blasting the Ruins. 1 Wonder Wand, I want 3. Of course, you can only use its effect once, but it's a great card. And then Draw Power. So, Cup of Ace. Cup of Ace works extremely well when paired with Appropriate, which I'll show you in a second. Its effect is toss a coin, heads the owner draws 2, tails opponent draws 2. Dealings works well with Brow. I need my third one's actually out of the deck, but I run 3. So, of course, what's not to say, draw 1, discard 1. Very fast moving deck, so good. 1 day apiece makes this deck possible in case you get shoddy hands and you have 3 in hand. You can stall for 3 turns, plus draw a lot. So that's a good card. Plus works well with Appropriate, as does Dealings. Reload. Dump your hand, draw, gets cards in the grave, just 1 at a time, very simple. Magical Mallet, same thing as Reload, except it gives you choices. And then tech cards, I guess, tech spells. Triple Bait Doll. Now, once again, a different engine. I've never seen it used before, ever. So, and you're going to tell me if it works, because my friends tell me the rulings are different. But, well, so Bait Doll. The only traps you have to force the activation of. I mean, you could Blasting the Runes, but your Appropriates. Appropriate is the second best card in the deck. So let's see. If you can set up 1 Appropriate, let's just put things into perspective here. You activate Dark World Dealings, you draw 3, discard 1. You activate 1 day apiece, you draw 3. You activate Cup of Ace, you draw 2, no matter what. If you have 2 Appropriate, even better. 1 day apiece, you draw 5. Dark World Dealings, you draw 5, discard 1. And Cup of Ace, if you get the coin flip, you draw 2. If you don't get it, you get 4. I mean, yeah. So making draws appear out of thin air. Now, Appropriate with Bait Doll and your library on the field sets you up perfectly, and Bait Doll gets recycled. So it is cloggy, of course, near the end of the game, but it works out because you just demolish them when you're drawing your whole deck. Blasting the Ruins, 30 cards engrave, inflict 3,000. Of course, if this gets messed up, that's why you have the Tremendous Fires. And then last, Magical Explosion. Clean up. In case, and your hand has to be empty, but works well with Bubble Man, and yeah, so it's a good card. And you got a ton of spells. So, that's the main deck. The side deck actually is very simple, Exodia, because and I missed 1 card, sorry guys, and Heavy Storm. Heavy Storm clears the back row, so you can set up Blasting the Ruins. You just clear your own back row, clear their back row, you don't have anything to worry about, because they won't have an end phase MST unless they have an out to negate this, and you just set up and then game. So yeah. Okay. Side deck, as I was saying. Side out these 5 cards. And then toss an Exodia. and watch the magic happen, because Exodia is the exact same thing. If you draw this, and this, it's all useless to you. It's not draw power like the deck is. If they're Exodia pieces, it's all the same. So it runs just as well, and it's an FTK pretty much. Yeah, most of the time. Okay, and then side deck cards. You can run as many level 4s as you want. I recommend just Utopia, because he's beast. Of course, when a monster declares an attack, detach and negate. So keeps your field. It's just a stall card. And with Library and Bubble Man so easy to get out, Utopia comes out like all the time. And you can fool your friends and tell them it's Utopia OTK. So that's the deck. Just needs a few more cards. As I showed you, you need side cards, need a few more things, but it's very fun to run. It's annoying, yes, and it's a touch yourself deck. But you know what? If you don't play all the decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know what to tell you. Like, they make these decks for a reason. They're fun, and they win games. So hope you guys can try this deck out. I hope you enjoy it, and tell us what you think. Rate, comment, and subscribe.